Hi guys, this is Saad Qureshi and today we will create this dashboard in Power BI. But first I would request you to please subscribe to my YouTube channel, hit the like button and share your feedback in the form of comments. Now I'm going to show you the dataset which I'll be using for this project. So these are the two datasets that I'll be using and I've placed the dataset in the GitHub repository. I'm going to share this link in the below description. All you need to do is just click the download zip option and this will start the download process. Okay, so just go to the folder here and just pick up these two files from the folder. Okay, next I'm going to show you how to download the Power BI desktop. You need to use this particular link to download the Power BI. Just select the language and click the download and click this. Since I'm using the 64-bit machine, click download. This will start the download process. So all you need to do once the download process is done, you need to click the exe file and this will start the installation process. Once the installation process is completed, all you need to do is open the Power BI and start using it. You don't need to sign in. Ignore the sign in option. I'm using the free version. The free version is enough for beginners. Okay, no need to go for pro or the premium version. Okay, so in the next section I'll be analyzing my data set which I'll be using for this project. Okay, in this section we are going to load the Excel file in Power BI, but before loading the file we are going to do different data transformations in Power Query Editor. First let me show you the data set that I'll use. HR data set, this is my first data set. It has these different columns like employee ID, name, gender, department ID, hire date, etc. So first I'm going to remove duplicates from my HR data set. Then if you look at the name column, I'm going to split the name column into first name and last name. Then gender column, in the gender column I have different values like M, female, male. Okay, so I'm going to replace M with male, F with female. If you look at the column called hire date, from this column I'm going to get the year, hire year, and then from this column I'm going to get the experience of an employee. Okay, then I'm going to change the name monthly income to salary, and then I have this column called department ID. Department ID column is also present in my department dataset. So I'm going to have a join on the basis of department ID, and from department dataset I'm going to fetch the department name. Okay, so these are the different data transformations that we are going to perform, and let me just export the Excel file. Okay, go to the get data Excel workbook and select all, select the HR data set, and before loading this data set I want to perform the data transformations. So there is an option called transform data. So look, there is an option called transform data. If your data set is already transformed, cleaned, you just need to click the load button. Okay, I'll just transform it before loading the data in Power BI. So look, this Power Query Editor window is going to be opened. So this is a powerful tool. It has variety of different data transformation options that you can apply these data transformations on your data set. Okay, so first what I'll do, I'll go to the view section. I have these different options. So first I'm going to check this option, column distribution. So the column distribution option is going to give me the information like how many values are unique, how many values are distinct. In this case 98% values are unique, 99% values are distinct as far as the employee ID column is concerned. Okay, now let me just explore the gender column. How many values are unique? If you 0% unique values, 4 are distinct values. If you open this, look, male, there are 4 values, male, M, female, F, and all these 4 values are not unique. Okay, let me just this open the marital status. It has values like divorced, married, single. There are 3 values. All 3 values are not unique. Okay, so this is what the column distribution is all about. If you look at the column quality, it is going to give me the information how many values are valid, error, empty. All values are valid. If you analyze the column hire date, all values are valid, no error, no empty values. Okay, so for instance, in case the date is in incorrect format, it will give me an error. Okay, now this is what these values are all about. Now last, let me just explore the column profile option. So the column profile option is going to give me the overall count, error in case any value has any column value has any error, it is going to display. Let me just see the column profile of my monthly income column. Where is the monthly income column? This, the maximum value monthly income is this, minimum is this, average is this, etc. Okay, so these are different options that you can use. Next, I'm going to do some data transformation steps. First, I'm going to remove duplicates. So in order to remove duplicates, you have to click this option and then click remove duplicates. So the moment you're going to apply, the moment you are going to perform this operation, you will see the applied step section. It is going to be displayed here. Okay, next transformation is going to be replacing M to male and replacing F to female. So select this column and replace value, right click and replace value. Value to find M, replace with male. Advanced option is going to be match entire cell content. So this replace is going to replace only M with male. Okay, it will not have any impact on these values male. Okay, now click OK. The moment you're going to click OK, it will be displayed here. Okay, applied step, replace value step has been applied. Next, I'm going to replace F with female. Go to the advanced option, match entire cell content. Look, applied step is added. Next, I'm going to split the name column. I'm going to split into first name and last name. I'll use the method split column. So you can split on the basis of delimiter, on the basis of number characters. It has variety of different options. Okay, I'm going to split on the basis of delimiter. So delimiter is going to be space, split at leftmost delimiter. So it is going to split on the basis of leftmost space. So the leftmost space will come after the first name. Okay, click OK. Look, it has been split, first name and last name. So I'm going to rename this column to first name and rename this to last name. Look, the transformation steps are being added here. Okay, look, these steps are added here. Now next, I'm going to change the data type of my hire date. It is already changed. Look, these are the data types. If you look at job type data type, it is text. Look, text data type. Okay, age data type is whole number. Monthly income data type is whole number. Let me just change the column to from monthly income to salary. Okay, data type is as it is. Okay, hire date, it is already in date format, no need to change it. And then from this hire date, I want to fetch the hire year. Okay, so how I'm going to do it? I'm going to add a custom column. So add column, go to add column section, custom column, go to the custom column section. I'm going to write a formula and I'll write hire year equals to date dot year, click date dot year. It has to be date dot year, and then inside this formula I'm going to add the hire date. So from hire date, it is going to fetch the year part and hire year. Date is, so this is going to be in whole number. Now let me just drag it and drag it over here right after hire date. Okay, now the next step is to get the experience. Custom column, add a custom column, and name of the column is going to be experience. So the experience value I'm going to get, like I'll get it, I'll make a formula. I'll fetch the current year, which is right now 2024, minus the higher year. Okay, so this part of my formula is going to give me the current year, which is 2024 right now, minus higher year. So in return I'm going to get the experience. Look, experience. Let me just drag it over here right after higher year experience. Okay, now, so I have performed the basic transformations. Now all these steps, the data transformation steps, are added here. Now I want to apply these steps on my data set. Okay, in order to apply all these steps, what you need to do, you need to go here, close and apply. So the close and apply is going to, what it is going to do, it is going to close this Power Query editor, and it is going to apply all these steps, data transformation steps, on my data set. Okay, now close and apply. Okay, look, HR data set. Now next, what next I'm going to do, I'm going to export my second Excel file, which is department. And as far as this department data set is concerned, I'm not going to perform any data transformation. I'm going to load this file as it is without any data transformation. So I'll click the load, and this is going to load the file in Power BI. Look, now I have two data, HR data set and department. What I need to do, I need to combine these two data sets on the basis of department ID. Go to transform data, and I'm going to open the Power Query editor again, and here there is an option called merge queries as new, and I'll select my data set, first data set HR data set, the second data set is department data set, and here the join, I'm going to select the inner join. I'll get the matching rows. Okay, now I want to have a join on the basis of department ID, and I'll select the department ID from HR data set. I'll select department ID from department, and I'll have a join on the basis of inner join. Click OK. So this is going to combine these two data sets. Okay, merge. This is merge. Now rename this. Now from this data set, what I need to do, I need to select department name. I need to select department name, and I need to push this department name to here. I'll push it over here. Okay, push it over here, and I'll name this department underscore name. Let me check what else I can do. Let me just remove the department ID. I don't need this department ID now. Just remove this department ID from my data set. Okay, it has been removed. Now department name, look what values I'm getting: human resource, marketing, sales, tech. Now all okay. Let me just put the country column over here right after the department column over here. Okay, now I'm going to apply all these changes. In order to apply all these changes, I'm going to click close and apply. So look, this data is added. So we have successfully loaded our data in Power BI. So it is in the form of tables. So these are the two tables that exist in Power BI right now. Okay, so on my left is the report view. So these are the different visualization that you can create. Okay, so in this section we'll be creating some beautiful visualization. Then I have this table view. So whenever you are required to see any data of your table, you're going to select the table and then you're going to go to the table view section. Okay, now we have the model view. So here you can see the hierarchy. So department table is joined with the HR data analytics table on the basis of department ID. Okay, now next I'm going to change the setting of this page. So right now the background is set as white. Let me just go to the settings. So what I'll do, I'll go to the visualization section. Here you will see the visualization format page section, where you will have the different settings like page information, page name. Let me just change the name of my page. So HR analytics. Then I will set the canvas setting. Canvas setting I'm not going to change, it will be as default. Canvas background, right now the background is set as white. This is the default background and I'm going to change the background. Okay, but first I'll change the transparency to 0%. Okay, I'm going to go to more color and I'm going to paste the color code here. I'll paste the color over here and this is going to give me the this color. Okay, you can select the color as per your choice, but I want this color. So from this section I'm done and dusted. I'm not going to change anything from here. Now next I'll create a new measure. So I'll use a DAX language. So DAX language is a powerful language in Power BI to create measures, to perform calculations, etc. So how I'm going to create a measure? I'm going to create a measure from here. So what measure I want to calculate? I want the total employees. So okay, head count of my organization. So let me first paste the card over here, select the card. Okay, and then next I'm going to create a new measure and I'll paste the measure over here. Okay, how I'm going to do it? I'm going to go here and I'll create a new measure and the measure name is going to be head count. In order to get the head count, I'll use which function? I'll use the count function. So count is going to give me the number of employees working in my organization. So I'll select the table first. So the table name is HR analytics data and the column I want is the employee ID. So this is going to give me the total employees, count of employee ID. Okay, close this and hit commit. So a new measure has been created with name head count. Now I'm going to place this measure over here. So I'll select my card and I'll place the head count measure over the fields. Okay, this is going to give me the head count. 1349 is the number of employees working in my organization. Now I'm going to change the settings. I'm going to change the properties of this head count. So I'll go to the journal and I'll go to the effect and I want to set the transparency to 90%. Okay, set the transparency to 90%. Now I want these edges to be rounded. For that, what I'll do, I'll go to the I'll select the card. I'll go to the journal and I'll select effect. I'll go to the effect. I'll just turn this on visual border and I'll set the rounded corners to 15 pixels. Okay, this is going to make this to round. Now I want to change the color of my head count. So I'll select the card and I'll go here and I'll go to this call out values and I'll change the color to white. Okay, now next I'm going to change the color of my head count. So it is the head count is called as label. It is already turned on. I'm going to change it to, now I'm going to make it a bit short. Okay, and I'll place it over right over there. Okay, this one is my head count. Let me just make it short. Likewise, I'm going to create some other cards, but this time around I'm going to use some, instead of calculating a measure, I'm going to do it another way. I'll just copy and paste. The moment you will copy and paste this card, all the properties will be copied over here. Okay, now select this, and this time around I want the total salary. Okay, for that let me just remove the field over here. This time around I want the total salary. Just drag and drop the salary over here, and by default it is selected as sum. This is another way of calculating the total salary. The other way is that you create a measure and you use the sum function. This time around I'm just using the filter sum option, sum of salary. Okay, this will be, let me just change the value to total salary. Total salary. Now let me just copy and paste it over here, and this time around I'm going to calculate the average age in my organization. What is the average age? So the average age in my organization is 36. So let me just change it to average age, AVG age. Okay, average age. So this is the average age. I think it average age, it is not selected. Let me just change the spelling to average age. Okay, fine, average age. This is average age. Let me just copy and paste it over here. This time around I'm going to get the average experience in my organization. So experience, I'll just pick the experience field, experience column over here. Where is the experience column? If you do not find the experience column, search it over here, experience. Okay, now just cross this and paste it over here, experience. I don't want the total experience, average experience. 6.54 is the average experience. Head count, sum of salary, average age, max age and min age. Okay, I want max age. Now this time around let me just create a measure for calculating a max age. This is another way of doing it. So new measure, max age. The better way is to create a measure all the time, because if anything changes it will not have any impact on the measure. But when it comes to getting data from here and using the sum function, if any data changes or the column name changes, it will have an impact. So better to create a measure, but for the purpose of understanding I'm just showing it to you. So max salary, so I'll use the max function, and I'll choose the table name, and from table I'm going to choose the salary column, and this will be the max salary. Commit max salary and just drag it over here. This will be the max salary. 20k is the max salary. Now I want the minimum salary. So for min salary I'll just use, this time around I'll use the salary column, and I'll just drag and drop it over here, and I'll just choose the function average, and this will be the average salary in my organization, which is 6.71. Now I'm going to place it over here. So first is going to be the head count, and the second one is going to be the total salary, and the third one is going to be the average age in my organization, and the fourth one is going to be the average experience in my organization. Fifth one is going to be the average salary in my organization, and the last but not the least is going to be the maximum salary in my organization, which is this one. Okay, so my cards have been formatted. Next I'm going to give a title to my dashboard. So I'll select the text box and I'll give a title HR Analytics Dashboard, and I'll increase the text size to 28, font size to 28, and then afterwards I'll go to the properties, I'll select the text box and I'll go to the properties, or I'll go to the effect section and I'll change the transparency to 90%, and then I'm going to change the color of my text. It should be white. Afterwards I'm going to change the edges. It should be rounded. So in order to change the edges, go to the effects, go to the visual borders and rounded corners, make it 15 pixel. So look, you'll be able to see the rounded edges. Now I'm going to drag this title to right over the top, on top left. Okay, let me just make it small and just drag it over the top section. So in order to drag it, you have to click this and just drag it over here. Okay, and this will be my title. So the next visualization that I want to use is the donut chart. So I want to display strength by marital status, strength by employee type, gender diversity. So first I'll display the gender diversity. For that I'll be using the donut chart. So first I'm going to paste the gender column over the legends. Let me just paste it over legend, and then the value column, the value field is going to be the head count. So gender wise head count I want. So head count, this my year I have already calculated. This is going to give me the count of employees. Okay, let me just drag it over the value section. This is going to give me the gender diversity. 64% employees are male and 35% employees are female. Okay, let me just format this and let me just change the title of this donut chart. So in order to change the title, you go to the you go here in this section, go to the journal section, go to the title, and this will be the title is going to be gender diversity is going to be the title, and I'm going to make it in the center. And let me just go to the effects and background. Let me just change the transparency to 90%. Visual border, let me just enable the visual border. Let me just make it round. So 15% is going to be the round. Now I have to change the gender diversity color. So it should be in white color. It should white or yellow color. So let me just change the title to yellow color, this color. This looks nice. Let me just bold this. And what about the legends? So these are the legends. So in order to see the legends, go to the visuals, legend section. Okay, text has to be, the legend has to be in white color. This looks better now. And then what about these pies? So gender, okay, slices. What about these slices? So one color is going to be white. Let me just make it white, and the other color make it orange. Let me just make it orange, or this color. This looks nice, better. And what about the percentages? Detail, go to the detail label section, and label content should be the percentage of total. Percentage of total it should be, and the value should be in which color? It should be white. It should be displayed in the form of white color. This looks better now. And let me just drag it and paste it over here. The gender diversity, okay, and just copy and paste over here. All the properties are going to be copied. Now I'm going to select this donut chart and just remove the fields. Okay, now this time around I want the head count. I'll place the value over here, and I want the employee type, permanent or contractual. These are the types. So type, for employee type I'll pick the job type. Job type could be permanent or contractual. Now let me just change the slices, the color of slices. Go to the slices and go to orange, yellow, and it has to be in different color. Make it orange. This looks better now. So you have to, now this looks better. Okay, gender diversity, I need to change the title as well. Okay, go to the title and this is going to be strength by employee type. Strength by employee type. Okay, now so let me just copy this and paste it over here. Next I'm going to have a title strength by marital status. So go to the journal, go to the title strength by marital status. This will be the title. Marital status is the title. And what about the values? So values are going to be head count is going to be the values, and the legend, these are the legend, is going to be marital status column. What is the marital status column? This one is the marital status column. I'll put it in legends. Look, so now I have to change the slices color. Okay, so I have 3 slices. I need to change the color. So first one I need to change it to yellow. The second one I need to change it to white. Okay, this one is okay. So it has to be yellow, orange and white. Now I'm going to place all these charts over here, right over here and right over here. So let me just align these charts over here. So I've done some adjustments in my dashboard. So I've placed all these 3 donut charts on my left. Then I've decreased the size of my cards so that I can place them in one line like this. So this is how you're going to decrease the size. Go to the call out values and decrease it from here. 45 you will increase it, and if you want to decrease the size, go to this, go to the select the chart and go and decrease it to 35. This is how you're going to decrease the size. In order to decrease it further, you can also do it. Now I'm going to make a visualization, salary by department and by gender. I'll use this bar chart over here, and I'm going to use on x-axis, I'm going to use department, and on y-axis I want to display the salary. So let me just check if I have the total salary or not. So I've already created this measure, total salary equals to sum of, this is my table and this is the column, sum of salary, and I'm going to use this measure in my chart. On y-axis salary will be displayed. Look, if I just drag it over here, department on legend. So legend, what legend I want to show? I want the gender on the basis of gender and department. Where is the gender column? Let me just search the gender column and I'll place the gender column over here. So this is going to display me the total salary by department and by gender. Now let me format this chart. Go to the visuals, journal, first go to the effects, transparency, increase the transparency to 90%, visual border, I have to make the corners round. So go to the visual border, go to the journal setting, effects, go to the visual border and increase the pixel to 15. This is going to make the edges round. And then let me just change the title as well. Go to the journal title and this will be the salary by department and gender. D should be capital and gender. Okay, and let's yellow, make it yellow and center, and this should be 14. Now okay, now I want to look at the properties on the x-axis. So on x-axis, go to the x-axis and make the color to white. Okay, and then let me just drag it over here. make it the color white. Okay, the title on the x-axis, go to the titles, just disable the title. And then let's see the properties on the y-axis. On y-axis, values, let me just see the values over here. Let me make the values to white. This will be white. And what about the title? The title should be disabled. What about the legend properties? These are the legends. So text, one text should be yellow. Okay, the text should be yellow, or maybe it can be white. Okay, it can be white. What about the other properties like these bars? So go to the columns. Male, what about male? Yellow, make it yellow. What about female? I'll make it white. Okay, it is looking better now. Make it white. Let me just make the second slice to white. It looks better now. Slice, go to the slice, go to the make it white. Okay, this is looking better. And let me just make this to go to the slice and make it dark. This one is a bit dark. This is looking better. So salary by department and by gender. Now let me just create another chart which I want to display. I want to display this stacked bar chart. And in the stacked bar chart, I want the employee count by department and by gender. Okay, so for that, I want on x-axis, I want department. On x-axis, I want department. No, on y-axis, I want the department. And on x-axis, I want the employee count, head count. So head count, I've already calculated the Meyer. So I'll use this Meyer in my chart, x-axis. This is going to be the head count. And now I want gender column as well as a legend. I'll use it as a legend. This is how it is going to be displayed. Now let me just give a nice title to my chart. Give the title head count by department and by gender. This is a nice title. And let's change the color to orange. And first of all, let me just change the transparency to 90%. From here, go to the effects, transparency to 90%. And secondly, let me just change the visual border edges to round, 15%. I'm doing exactly the same. And now I'm going to change the x-axis, y-axis, legends and the bars. These three things I'm going to change. First, x-axis. X-axis I'm going to change values to, let me just change it to white. And what about, let me just bold these values. What about title? Just disable the title on x-axis. What about the y-axis? As far as the y-axis, let me just make it white so that it is visible in the chart. And title, disable the title. And what about the gender? Sorry, what about the legend? Legend is gender, text, gender should be white so that it is visible in the chart. Okay, next, after that, I'll look at the columns property. Now I want to change the columns. These are the columns. Where are the columns? Go to the bars. In order to change these bars colors, go to the colors. Now the first color is going to be yellow. In the second color, I will choose for male, I will choose it for white, or I can choose the color to dark or this color. I can choose this color, but better is to have a white color. Okay, because here I'm using the white color, so it should be white. Now this is what I have: salary by department and gender, head count by department name and by gender. Let me just move slightly over here so that I can add two charts over here and over here. Let me just move it over here. Okay, so the next information that I want to display is the average salary by different age groups and the employee count by different age groups. For that, I need to create a new column, and in the new column I have to store the different age groups. So how I'm going to get these different age groups? I'm going to get these different age groups on the basis of this age column. And let me just create a new new column for that. I'll create a new column, and inside the new column I'll write the if statement over here. Let me just paste the code over here. So the new column name is the age group. So this is the if statement I'm using. Let me just explain the concept. I am saying this is the table name and this is the column name. Okay, I am saying that if the age value greater than 20, greater than equal to 20, less than equal to 30, it should be, the value should be 20 to 30. Okay, this value. If it is greater than 31, less than equal to 40, it should be this value. If it is greater than 41 and greater than equal to 41, less than equal to 51, it should be this value. This is what the if statement is all about. Okay, now otherwise the value should be 60 plus, and let me just apply commit operation on it, and you're going to see different age group values, 20 to 31, 30 to 21. Okay, you will see different sort in ascending order, 20 to 31, etc. Okay, now save this and let me just close this, cancel this, and go to the report view section. Okay, you will see the age group value over here. Okay, better is to refresh all the data you have loaded. Okay, now visualization that I'll use is the bar chart over here, and I'll place it over here, and I'm going to use on x-axis, I'm going to use the different age groups. I'll have different age groups. On y-axis, I want the average salary. Let me just check if I have the average salary calculated or not. If not, I can create a new measure and create the average salary. I don't think so. I have created a measure for it. So let me just create a measure, and let me create an average salary, and average salary equals to avg, average, and salary. I'll use the salary and just close the bracket and just apply the commit. This is the DAX operation that I'm using, average salary, and I'll select this, and I'll place the average salary over the y-axis, different age group, average salary. Okay, and let me just drag it over here, and let me just let me just set the title for this chart. Go to the title, average salary by age group. Okay, now fine, and let me just make it in the center, and go to the effects, where is effects, and transparency, set it to 90%. Visual border, I have to edges, it has to be displayed in the form of edges. Now next, these bars, these columns, I have to change the color of these columns. So first I'll have the 50-60, it should be in orange. What about the other color? 40, it should be in color like white, make it white. What about 30-40? It should be in color, this color. What about 20-30? It should be in purple color, or make it blue color. What about the last one? It should be in, make it brown or something. It should be brown or any light color, make it just light purple. Okay, now I'm going to change the title. I'm going to change the color of a title. It should be white. No, it should be this color. Now look at the age group value that is coming on the x-axis. Go to the visuals on x-axis, just uh, change the values to white. And what about the title? Disable the title value. Disable the title value on y-axis as well. Y-axis as well, disable the title value. What about the values? This value, this. Okay, average salary by age group, this will be displayed like this. And let me just do a bit of formatting. Okay, this is better now. Let me just paste and copy and paste over here. And here I want to display what information I want to display. I want to display the head count, employee count by age group. So average salary, instead of average salary, I'll choose the head count. So where is the head count? Head count is this. I'll just drag and drop on y-axis. So this is going to give me the head count by different age groups. Okay, now let me just do a bit of formatting. Okay, fine. Now after this, let me just change the spelling. This has to be, the spelling should be proper, the spelling should be correct. And title strength, STREN, STREN, it should be REN. Same, it should be REN. Okay, it should be REN. What about the marital status? It has to be space. Go over here and marital status, there has to be a space. Okay, look, there has to be a space. It is fine. Now do you want, let me show you one more properties of this chart. Rotation, just rotate the pie. Is there anything like that? Rotation, just rotate it. Look, this is how you can rotate as well. Okay, fine. So next we are going to add a slicer so that we can apply filter on our dashboard. So I'm going to add this slicer in my visualization pane, and I'm going to use the year as my filter. So on the basis of year, I'm going to apply filter. I'll just drag and drop the year field over here. Then I'm going to go to the properties, slicer settings, and then style. I'm going to change the style to tile. So this is the style that I want. Then next I'm going to go to the journal setting, and I'll go to the effects and I'll set the transparency to 90%. Afterwards I'll enable the visual border, and then I'm going to increase the pixel to 15%. Afterwards, shadow, let me just bring a shadow as well. Okay, fine. Afterwards I'll go to the visualization part, and I'll go to the values, and I'll go to the, okay, no, go to the slicer header. No, fine, it is okay. Go to the pending icon, and go to the background. So I want to change the color. The white doesn't look nice, so I'm going to change it to something else. So let me just change this color to this color. I'll change it to this. And what about the font color? The font color should be in white, bold, it should be in white. And let me just bring this slicer over here, and let me just bring it over here. So this is going to be my filter. Now I want to remove the year. This year text I want to remove. It has been removed. Okay, now let me just drag it over here. It looks nice. Now I'll apply a filter 2016. Look, the dashboard is changing with respect to year 2018, 2019. Okay, So this is the final version of my dashboard. So whatever the formatting was required, I have done that. Now this dashboard is ready to export. So I've already saved this dashboard to my directory. Now I'm going to export this dashboard to PDF. So in order to export, I'm going to click the export and then export to PDF. Okay, this is going to export this to PDF. Now look, the dashboard has been exported to PDF. Okay, that's it from my side. I hope you are having a great time learning Power BI dashboard. I would request you to please subscribe to my YouTube channel, hit the like button and share your feedback in the form of comments. Happy learning.